The proposal by the federal government through the CBN to actually take out monies in dormant accounts may also be part of what could end up fueling the protests in Nigeria. Thank you very much for sticking with us on this video. We'll go straight to the conversations around Nigeria. Nigeria at the moment is currently facing an economic quagmire. Of course, recently we had that the House of Reps, in reaction to the proposed protests to happen whether August 1st or July 29th, whichever of the dates that it is, has decided to put down half of their salaries. Now, of course, it's a conversation whether it's actually half of the entire package or just half of their basic salary. Anyways, they are putting half of their salaries down, where I think there were calculations around 200,000, 300,000 or 600,000 thereabout, as the case may be. I don't have the figures. However, it is a reality that Nigerians are suffering, even as Senator Ali Ndume, who we're still coming to in a second, spoke out saying that the government was ruled by kleptocrats and kakitocrats, whichever the grammar is. You can check the dictionary. Anyways, we have a situation where there is hunger in the land. Nigerians are looking at the protests as the way to express their grievances to their government, while one of the presidential aides was saying recently that the protest or the proposed protest is being fueled by former presidential candidates and possibly by IPOB or the Igbos, as the case may be. He just seems to want to play politics with the stomach of an hungry man. The reality on the ground is that Nigerians, including the Arewa's youth leader who came out recently to say that the protest is going to happen on August the 1st and that the Hausas or the Arewas are ready to protest because of the hunger in the land. Of course, we've seen several videos to that effect. This means that the government needs to get their acts together, because if things continue at the pace where they are not taking Nigerians as serious as they should take Nigerians, we might end up having another Kenyan situation. At the moment, Kenyans have been protesting, and they were protesting at the beginning for laws that William Ruto, the president of Kenya, should have just reverted as fast as possible. But now, based on the fact that the protest has degenerated to what some persons can term as chaos, there are now requests for the president himself to step down. So it's a good suggestion for the government of Nigeria to really look into these demands, take Nigerians serious, and find a way to not allow things get to that level. Because if we get to that level, the population in Kenya is a child's play compared to the population in Nigeria. It might be a little bit easier to contain the situation in Kenya compared to when it comes to Nigeria. So, coming back to the whole conversation around the economic challenges in Nigeria, of course, there are conversations that, okay, the House of Rep members are putting out their salaries and half of their salaries, and that this would happen, there should be patience and everything. I think Nigerians, in my own opinion, has actually been very patient with a government who has already spent over a year in power. If there are any policies, for example, one of the major policies of fuel subsidy that happened exactly May 29, 2023, the removal of fuel subsidy, which happened on that date. If there was any period of time that the policy needed to kick in, I think a year should be enough for such policies to kick in. Of course, they said there was an harmonization of the currency, but in real sense, it was a devaluation of the naira. And now Nigerians have to buy things 4 times, 5 times the price. Of course, the government is making efforts in terms of that. They approved the new minimum wage, which obviously at the moment cannot buy you a bag of rice. And then there are some other things that they try to put in place. But the earlier they take even more critical steps and make a push, the better it is for the whole nation at large. Speaking also about Senator Ali Ndume and his woes at the moment. Of course, we know that he was part of the committee on the appropriations in the Senate, and based on his conversation on Arise TV, which I was privileged to watch, his interview, you could say that the man did not exactly speak against his party, but some persons, whether around the government, felt that he went too overboard and requested that he be sacked as the chief whip. Of course, he's also the chief whip of the Senate.
which happened immediately, and he was removed also from the appropriations committee, and then he was now offered the tourism committee. Of course, in the video that he did on channels, a sister TV station, you could see him saying that he doesn't know anything about tourism and that he kindly rejects their offer to be in the tourism committee. Of course, there are also some persons in the APC wing who are saying that he should leave the party and choose any opposition party of his choice, because that would mean that if he leaves the party, he has to forfeit his seat in the Senate, and then there will be a by-election where he needs to contest again to see if he can get into office. Anyways, there is a lot of drama in Nigerian political space. Let's stay tuned on this channel to see more updates as regards the political gists in Nigeria.